As we all know, there's a bunch of horrible Sonic games such as Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Frontiers, and so many more. But for some reason, the game that I'll be talking about today got so much hate on release that the developers still have no idea what made people hate this game so much. And the game that we're talking about today is I'll be talking about the story of Forces first, and then explain why this game is amazing and very misunderstood. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. So starting off 1 month before the actual main story, we have our boy Shadow the Hedgehog doing some cryptic work. With his own DLC, he ends up getting a call from Rouge the Bat, and she ends up saying that Eggman is up to no good, per usual. But before Shadow goes and infiltrates Eggman's lair, we got the homie E123 Omega coming through. So you arrive at the level, you beat the level, and now the story continues. As Shadow arrives at the base, he encounters the biggest edgelord he will ever meet, which is Infinite, who by the way just beat the fuck out of Omega. Infinite has some beef with Shadow. He keeps yapping about how Shadow used to embarrass him in his old squad in the past. Infinite then reveals on how he used to be a hotshot mercenary until Shadow beat the shit out of him and his crew, and I guess that's the only type of backstory we'll get from this edgelord. Fueled by revenge, Infinite used the Phantom Ruby, gaining godlike powers, just like Kratos did. I'm just kidding, that's not how he got his powers. Things then take a wild turn as Infinite traps Shadow in a trippy virtual reality, which he then escapes because Shadow is him. Fast forward a month later and Rouge hits up Shadow about something new. Eggman is launching a full-scale assault on the city, which is just another Tuesday for these people. But turns out Sonic is getting his ass beat and he needs help. And that is pretty much it when it comes to the Shadow the Hedgehog DLC. So now we go into the main story. As always, Dr. Eggman is up to no good, because what else would he be doing? But this time it was different. This time Dr. Eggman's plan was equivalent to Plankton's Plan Z. The plan was so good that it scared his minions. What kind of diabolical bullshit is he planning? He continued on with his evil plan and attacked many innocent civilians, which resulted in the death of millions. I'm just kidding, I don't think anybody died. Sonic then arrives to challenge Eggman after answering Tails' emergency call. But then Sonic gets overwhelmed by the bosses that Eggman sent. These bosses include Shadow, Metal Sonic, Zavok, Chaos, and a new mysterious being. Sonic gets his ass beat, gets captured, and people think he's dead. And now we fast forward. With Sonic believed to be dead, Eggman conquers only 99% of the Earth. Not 100, 99%, to leave us at least at 1%. The people that didn't get captured ended up making a resistance towards Eggman's forces, and their leader was Knuckles. Probably the dumbest guy in the whole room. Respectfully. We then get introduced to the best MC known to any Sonic game ever. After the best character finishes their level, we then move on to Tails, who then team ups with Classic Sonic to rescue Sonic to stop Eggman's plans. And is there a reason for Classic Sonic being here? No, there really isn't. We go back to the Resistance where Rouge tells everybody that Sonic is actually alive, but he's being tortured by Eggman, which is probably like the darkest thing you'll ever see in this game. And obviously, the only person suited for this job is us. We go do the mission, we free Sonic, and now we fight Zavok. And after getting reacquainted with Sonic and friends, Sonic is sent to go destroy a weapon factory with the Rookie. After attacking the factory, Sonic is sent to Mystical Jungle to help Silver and the Resistance forces wherever they are. Sonic then arrives as soon as Silver gets his ass beat, and then we get introduced to the most edgiest character of all, Infinite. Even though Shadow beat the brakes off of Infinite, Sonic sadly could not do it. He put up a good fight, but he still lost. And the only reason he's still alive is because Infinite kept him alive. Meanwhile, we still have Tails and Classic Sonic continuing their adventure on trying to stop Eggman, hoping a way to end the war by defeating Dr. Eggman and sending Classic Sonic back to his universe. After a little bit of reconnaissance work, we then find out what the Phantom Ruby is and what the actual plans for Eggman are. We then get into a boss fight against Dr. Eggman. We win, obviously, and the story continues. After helping some civilians in the meantime, the Rookie, aka us, is sent out to go check out some readings in Mystic Jungle. There they find a Phantom Ruby prototype, but they also find Classic Sonic and Tails. After this, Classic Sonic and Tails unite with the Resistance and relay what they learned. Sonic then heads over to Sunset Height to fight Shadow. But little do we know, the Shadow that we're actually out to fight is not real. You might even say that he's a faker. After all that, Knuckles launches a huge attack against Eggman's base. He made that shit look like Infinity War. And then out of nowhere, Infinite pulls up and attacks the entire Resistance. The Rookie is then met with Infinite in a 1v1. But despite us being underpowered, Infinite still lets us live for some reason. Despite all of that, they now know that they need the Phantom Ruby to win this war. Tails and Sonic hacks into Eggman's computer network, and they end up finding out the Phantom Ruby's weakness. In the meantime, Sonic and the Rookie were fighting Metal Sonic. Well, not really Metal Sonic, but Metal Sonic Phantom copy, I don't know. Putting their next plan into motion, the Resistance has the Rookie stage a diversion in Green Hill, while Sonic shuts down the Death Egg's weapon, which then allows Classic Sonic to destroy the Death Egg. But after that happens, everybody gets sent to space via Kamui. Eggman then reveals to Tails that he knew that the Resistance would try to attack the Death Egg, so the smartest thing that he could think of was to make a hidden backup power supply underneath Metropolis. Meanwhile, Sonic and the Rookie manage to escape null space, and they rejoin the battle happening in Metropolis. Catching Eggman off guard, he retreats like the pussy he is, but then something else happens. Infinite out of nowhere pulls a whole Madara out of his ass and creates an entire meteor headed to the Resistance. And as always, whenever it comes to a Sonic franchise, we end up winning. Not by skill or power, but by the power of friendship. Infinite is then defeated with the Resistance as the winning side. Now that we have all of the story completed, we can now move on to why this game is solely underrated and very misunderstood. Something that a lot of people actually overlook in this game are the customization options you could do with your avatar. You could change your shirt, pants, shoes, hat, glasses. You could even change the type of animal you are. You have the option of being a dog, a wolf, rabbit, bear, cat, bird, even a hedgehog, and each animal comes with their own unique power-up. Now with that being said, there is one thing that I really like about this game that I haven't really seen many people talk about, and that's uninstalling the game. The feeling you get from uninstalling such trash from your system is something that everybody should experience at least once in their life. And if you couldn't tell now by today's date, this is in fact an April Fool's video. To anybody that genuinely enjoyed Forces, I'm sorry, but please seek some help. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because that really does help out the channel, and it would mean so much to me. And as always, a huge shout out to everybody that is a current member on my YouTube channel. Your extra support really does mean a lot to me, and I cannot thank you enough. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Happy April Fools. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will catch you all in the next one. Adios.